Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Lounging with Lisa, the video series that has me rolling out of bed and coming at you with thoughts of the day. Oh, lordy. What are my thoughts of the day? Actually, I have a sore knee. I don't know what's going on with it, but it has been, like, swelled up lately. I don't remember hitting it or any of that stuff, and yet it's, like, I can feel water sort of underneath, so... I went to bed with ice on my knee last night, ladies and jams, ladies and gents. And now today it's just real achy. It's almost like the watery thing was making it so it didn't hurt. So that's what's going on here, basically. We did some canning, and it was fun to hear those things pop, 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 when they settled in or what have you. Very entertaining times around this house, ladies and gentlemen. What was I going to say? Something about the news. Oh, last night as, ouch, Joel and I were preparing to, can. I said, I don't think I've ever seen, people flip out so much over a presidential election as I have with Trump. And then I stopped myself because I remembered, it's not that much different than from when Obama was elected. Everybody on a particular, certain segment of society totally flipped out. Everything he did was wrong. He didn't wear a tie. He didn't put his hand in the right place over his heart. He saluted with a coffee cup. And then I guess George Bush had saluted with a dog in his hand. Blah, 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 blah. But the difference here is, back then you had just the one mainstream media outlet, corporate media, well, and the right-wing radio, too. So I always forget about that. That we're, constantly on him. And now we have, like, pretty much all media against Trump. So there is a slight difference there. But, yeah. Except for, I think Fox News has not been, riding him every day like the others do. But, yeah. So evidently this is just going to happen now. No matter... If a Democrat gets elected, the Republicans are going to freak in the other way around. It's just, welcome to the United States. This is how it is. So, although I think that with Donald Trump, I see more of a deep state or hidden hand or real rulers of the world, the shadow government, trying to oust him, I think, more than I did Obama. I guess just people in general, like the citizens, are equally flipped out. Like, the ones who couldn't stand Obama, went nuts immediately and kept this up for 8 years. And now that's just switched to the other side that doesn't like Trump. And now it's probably going to go on for 8 years or whatever. So, I guess leaving the media out of it. I'm seeing the same reaction in society, minus the media. So, or in the hidden hand, 1%, the deep state, whatever you want to call it. So, yeah, that's it. Gosh, I don't know. I just don't know. I do know this. I went to bed last night with Michael Parenti. I don't know if anybody's familiar with him. He's really super good. He's has a doctorate in history, I believe, and an excellent lecturer. He's socialist, so he just comes out and says it. There's no hiding it. He's, and he explained about how everybody kind of flips over freaks out over the word socialism, but capitalism really couldn't exist without it because they get bailed out by it. So, like I've said before, it's socialism for the rich and not so much for the other percentile people. So I recommend Michael Parenti, Parenti. I don't think he's done anything recently, though. His son Christian, I believe, is picking up the baton or whatever you want to call it, and running with it. But he's super duper good. He's an economist, I think, too. Just an interesting fellow. And he tells the truth about, the founding of the country and all that jazz. I've discovered we have kind of snowflakes on both sides here. If you criticize the founding fathers, you get pearls clutching and people running to the street from more of the right-hand side of the aisle, and then other things, make the left-hand side of the aisle flip around the street. So make no mistake about it, ladies and gentlemen, there are snowflakes or social justice warriors, I think it is, whatever you call it, on both sides. It's just they freak out over different things. One side freaks out if you don't stand up to salute the flag, which really kills me, because those same people are for individual freedoms and liberties and justice for all, and, you know, my God, freedom, 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 yet they want you to totally fall in line and stand up and salute the flag. I've never understood it. I do salute the flag when I go to meetings, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm representing David, my boss, and if I decided to, like, sit there and not salute the flag, I don't think it would look well for David. You know what I mean? I don't want to bring him into my madness. Although, when I was involved with religion, when I was in SDA, for example, Seventh-day Adventist, I didn't salute the flag. Now, they weren't totally against it, but I was against it for the reasons that, like, the Jehovah's Witnesses, I think it is, because it's sort of like an idol worship. So, I was exempt from saluting the flag, but I don't know, you know what, it's not like I worked in a government agency or anything. I was a waitress. Not a lot of flag saluting going on at the beginning of our shift or anything. So, yeah. I don't think I'm going to talk about Charlottesville anymore, ladies and gentlemen, so I'm done with that. I mean, I got some comments that were nice. I didn't even really reply to them yet. You have to forgive me. My leg really hurts. It's very painful, my knee. So, I don't know, yeah, I'm just not going to talk about it. I'm not going to talk about statues. I'm not going to feed into this insanity. So, I know you're bummed. I know you want to hear me out here daily going on about the statues, but it ain't going to happen. You can turn on the mainstream media for that. And, you know, if people can't see that a lot of this is to keep us fighting and divided, and I just looked at a news clip from another, like a video maker put together a CNN montage, I guess, of how, you know, Donald Trump was hideous because he supposedly stuck up for Nazis or something. Okay, that's right. I watched some of that speech yesterday, and you know, I have no pony in the race at all. I'm not madly in love with any political party, none of that. So I think, you know, that's why I can objectively say the speech that he gave yesterday, it was because he introduced an infrastructure thing. And then everybody was questioning him about the Charlottesville deal. I don't know if I missed something or, you know, spaced out for a minute and didn't catch it, but I didn't see him defending Nazis at all, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. You know, maybe I did miss something. Maybe I didn't hear every little bit of the conference. I think he said that some of the people there were not violently protesting the statue. Oh, no, I'm talking about the statue. They were just peacefully saying, we want to keep it here in place. And that they might not have been like Nazis or something. And then next thing I know, I'm getting an email that says, basically, that Donald Trump defended Nazis and please sign this petition. He must be impeached. There's no grounds for impeachment on that. I'm sorry. I don't understand what's going on. I do understand what's going on, but I cannot believe it, I guess. You know, in a perfect world, the government would be really pretty much like, what's it called? Like a revolution. Go in and take everybody out and start from fresh. Start from fresh, because honest to Pete, it's so corrupt and terrible, and we really need to get rid of these alphabet agencies. Oh, that's one thing Parenti was talking about last night. Oh my God, this is not pleasant for me. All right, Parenti was talking about the reality of, in fact, I had to turn him off for, like, when I was dozing off, because it's too depressing and I thought I'd have nightmares, of how the spy agencies, what do you call them, the intel agencies here, have really wreaked havoc across the land, you know, turning over democratically elected leaders of other countries, and he went into something, I don't remember what he was talking about, one of the many places that we went into, so to speak, you know, the CIA, the intel people, and the security state, national security state, that's what he was saying. And some of the stuff that went on in terms of them slaughtering the village and raping young children, and oh my God, that was all I had to. I usually listen to things as I go to sleep, but I had to turn off the video because I don't want to have nightmares about it, ladies and gentlemen. Also, he mentioned, and I knew about this quite a while ago, that East Timor, remember that whole deal that wasn't really covered in any paper about the slaughter down there, and we were behind that as well. So, yeah. Okay. So, at any rate, yeah, I recommend Michael Parenti. I'm not going to talk about the Charlottesville thing again. I'm not going to talk about Trump. Is he a racist? Isn't he a racist? And this Nazi thing. I think that the word Nazi is thrown around so much now that it loses all meaning whenever one really appears on the horizon. We'll be like, oh, yeah, right. You call him. Everybody, says everybody else is. I think even Obama was called a Nazi. I remember that now. I remember the collective pearl clutching and how every day on Facebook there would be a meme of him golfing while other things were unfolding, like a town was flooded or a city had been hit by a disaster, and they'd put up a meme of him on a golf cart driving around, while this happened. But now it's okay. The same people are crickets. You don't hear a word out of them about Trump's golf outings during things or whatever, and how much money he spent on security or any of that. Because this is what party loyalty does to people, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. With Obama, everything he did was wrong. With Trump, everything he did was wrong, depending on your vantage point. Because we must defend our ideology. We must defend our political party, our corporation, our corporate political party at all costs. Let's impeach. Same thing was heard against Obama. So now that I reflect, they're a lot alike in terms of the reaction by the citizenry. I'm done. Take it easy on me. I'm in pain. If I couldn't gather a thought that could, just keep that in mind. Lounging with Lisa, the video series that has me lounging. Probably not too much today. This might be it. Actually, quit exhaling so much. You're making Todd the cat become airborne. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be on here too much today. Lounging with Lisa, the video series that has me lounging while coming at you thoughts of the day. Please join together with me. Drop your political identity. Let's focus on issues in order to make this world a better place one day at a time. Love you.